Hey everyone, welcome back to Painted Studio. I'm Maureen Curtis Dunbar, the maker of as many messes as I can possibly dream up. We're here in the studio working on all kinds of really cool projects. Now, I had one live planned for today and we're ending up actually doing a different one. Why? Because I made the mistake of having a Target run in the middle of the day today. They're doing construction here, and at some point, sometimes I have to just get out of the studio so that I can not hear things pounding. Hey, Terry, nice to see you. So I'm gonna flip the camera back and you're gonna look down here and see a huge mess going down into my back hallway. But right down all the way past those cabinets that you're looking is my back door. And the back door required a new air conditioner over it because they've repaired the old one about 15 times and it doesn't get fixed. Hey, Jenny, Betty Sue, gosh, nice to see you all here. So this mess I had to run out. All right, I made a list of stuff I needed to do while they're banging away on stuff, and I made the mistake of going to Target. I thought I was safe because I just put things online to order and pick them up, things that I needed no. They had the end cap display. Let me show you what I found and what's going to be part of our new projects. They had little galvanized aluminum houses that actually have lights already in them, but you can put lights in them when these die, but these are little LED lights and it's battery operated. So yeah, we're gonna be painting and foiling these. And then they had galvanized aluminum cutout words. So I've got welcome, I've got gather, I've got home, and I've got thankful. Now, if you have a Glowforge, you can cut these yourself. I don't, but I made the mistake of looking at the end cap, so I got those. And then they even had these, which in the container, it's really hard to see them. They came in a little box that stacked 3 together. So I thought these were tea light holders, but there's actually no opening in these. Guess what? I put an opening in one of them. This is how the bottom looks before I get a hold of it. This is how the bottom looks after I get at it with my Dremel. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna show you how I open up the bottom. We're gonna paint these and we're going to work on the lettering because we still have this wonderful pumpkin that I started and haven't done the rest of the project with. So I'm thinking either thankful or gather attached to this. And you know, that was nice. I didn't even have to cut these. I didn't have to buy materials. I didn't have to cut them. I didn't have to run them through a maker. They were right there. And these are $3. They are made out of aluminum from Target. They're worth every penny. All right, so I'm gonna first thing we're gonna do, and all of you are gonna be nervous when you see me do it because most people are when they see the sparks. And we're also going to do an unboxing because I got all my new foils in from Artistic Painting Studio. But I really want to get this one thing done before I open something else. So I'm going to show you how I do this. I'm going to do the other 2 houses and then we're going to unbox. So let's flip down. All right, I've got a Dremel here. I've had Dremels for years. I have like 3 or 4 of them. And this is a cutting blade on here. And these you buy them separate and it's got a locking collet on here for it. Now, don't freak out. This is going to sound bad, so if you don't like loud noises, turn the volume down now. I won't be saying anything because you won't hear me over the grinding. And you're going to see sparks flying. Don't worry, there's nothing flammable around. This is what happens when you cut metal. I have glasses on. I also generally wear protective glassware, but my glasses right now are so big, they are big enough to be protective. And let's go like this. All right, I've got it turned on. This is the moment to turn the volume down if you don't like loud noises. Okay, so what I've done now, you can see I've cut it on 3 sides. It's completely cut through. I think I have a little spot right there that's still connected. Hang on a sec. There we go. And then you just take a little something here. And what that does, since this, again, this is galvanized aluminum, so it's very flexible. And all I'm going to do is pull that back, and I can slide a tea light, preferably battery operated because the metal will get hot, and then push it closed. Now, I've done this with all kinds of stuff like this before. You saw the metal sparking. It's a little like holding on to a sparkler. It doesn't hurt. It's not setting me on fire. I'm just going to cut this other one, so give me just a second to do that. Okay, now this one's going to take a little longer because I'm on my 3rd tin house on this blade, and the blade's getting a little tired. So we're just going to get the last one cut, and then I'm going to throw out this blade. I don't feel like starting a new one just to do this. Okay, so now I have taken care of cutting these open so I can use them for tea lights. I have a little battery tea light here, so I'll turn that on. A little piece of plastic still stuck to that. And obviously I think a smaller one would fit in here better, but I would just basically kind of go shoving it up in here, and I'm doing that the hard way. Don't want to shove it up. I want to push it down. Oops, I gotta push it all the way down. And if this one doesn't fit because it's too big, I know that size opening will easily allow me to turn a tea light on its side and slide it up in. And it is too big, but you get the idea. And, you know, eventually I could end up snapping this off here on the bottom because with our little Dremel. Let me sweep all the dust off of here. I got glitter, I got dust. I'm a mess here today. We have so many projects going on, it's unbelievable. All right, so let's get to my unboxing, which I have. Oops. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, everybody. I accidentally dropped the camera, and it will not stop rotating on me. So let's see how I'm going to fix this. Did that work? Nope, that didn't. All right, I know I'm making you all a little queasy doing this. I'm sorry. It's when the camera falls, then it stops functioning properly. So let me see. I'm going to have to finish this one up, save it, and I'll reopen to a new live in just a minute. I apologize for the crooked look here. Let me finish this and I'll restart another live. Sorry about that, everyone. Sometimes when you drop a camera on a live, it changes the orientation and then it won't let you change it back. So when you start moving the camera around, no matter what you do, you're sideways. So I apologize for that. I'm sure it was a little sick making. It wasn't exactly something I was enjoying watching either. So now we're back. We're going to do our unboxing. Jenny, hey, Yvonne, nice to see you. All right, I see you're all catching up with me again. Okay, so I've got the box here on the chair so I don't have to bend over on the floor because it's heavy. Let's cut it open. Now, I know there's stuff that you've all seen here before, but we've got restocked. And then there's stuff you've never seen, so this is pretty cool. All right, unboxing. Here's more product from my invoice. I'll check that against what I'm pulling out later. Peanuts everywhere. Oh, yes. All right, you see me working with them. We have our little, can you see it in there? Our little mini trowels are back in stock. We were out for a little while there, but they are back in stock. So there we go, came out of the package. Look at our beautiful little Japanese trowels. Those are now back in stock. I'm trying to get to the foils, which is what I know you all are excited about. Well, we got our modern weave back in stock. Oh, and that's right, we got the snake skin roller that we did not have before, so I'm very happy to be getting that in, but I cannot seem to, I'm pulling stuff out. I had to restock a few things that we were out of. We've got the crocodile roller, but snake skin, crocodile. So we've got both, or alligator, crocodile, whichever you want to call it, but we got those both in. But I know there's foil in here, and that's what everybody's been waiting for all week. There better be foil in here. I ordered foil. Okay. I'm just going to keep digging through the peanuts and getting them all over my floor. Well, maybe it's time I should check the packing list to make sure they're actually in here. Because I did ask for them to be added. Let's make sure they're in here. Yep, they're in here. So all the new, I just got to find them. Every once in a while I get stuff is back ordered. Happens to everybody. But I get all excited and I open a box and nothing's in it, and I realize I probably should check the packing slip first to make sure what I was looking for was actually. I'm just dropping things now, and these are going everywhere all over my floor. It looks like I had a piñata loaded with these, and they're everywhere. There we go. There are the foils. Yay. Because that's what I know you all are waiting on, because that's exciting. But I am so excited that we got these rollers in, because we've been out of stock on one and the other one has been out of stock. So I am thrilled that we've got those. Hey, Maddie, you're going to be excited because we have the new foils in. All right, let me push the other things out of the way. These new foils are not on the website. I haven't had a chance to get them up, so if you want some tonight, you're just going to have to reach out to me. All right, let me open these up. All right, we have purple leopard. How cool is that? Isn't that awesome? We have green confetti. Again, how gorgeous is that? And we have orange confetti, which I have been waiting on. They had to get it in. They were back ordered. I'm so excited. So we've got our newest foils in. Yay, they're here. That means you're going to be seeing Betty Sue, you and Maddie are going to be duking it out for the new foils. You guys crack me up. Oh my gosh. All right. And the funny thing is, I have no foil adhesive on anything in here today. So we're going to be prepping for foils, and we are going to be going crazy with the new foils tomorrow. Okay, here's what I'm going to tell everybody to do. Until you see these new foils on the website, go and order any of the other foils. And then in the note box when you order, please write, instead of X number of feet of regular leopard, I want the same number of feet of purple leopard. Or if you want the tinsel, or if you want the same number of feet of the orange tinsel. I just haven't had a chance to get them on the website, so I'm trying to find a way for you all to have that ordered without me having it on there. And the best thing I can do is tell you to order however many feet of something else, and then write in the notes that you don't want that color, you want the new foils, just because that's what I can do right now. It won't get on the site until tonight. Oh my gosh, you guys, if you guys have you're making me laugh so hard, because you're doing exactly what I did. Back off. I'm first. Me first. I love it. You guys are hysterical. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is prep for tomorrow, because we're going to be doing some cool stuff. But I think what we're going to do first is work on our pumpkin today. Now, remember, this side of the pumpkin was already done. It's been top coated and sealed so that if I get anything on it by mistake, I can wipe it off. It won't stain or stick on it, because this side is awfully cute, but we have this whole other side. So we got this one that's kind of floral and delicate, and then this side we're going to do a little more rustic, and we're going to put one of our metallic words on there. So I'm very happy with how the other side came out. God knows I started a year ago. I should be happy with it by now. Just like everybody else with a making studio, I have like a million projects, and sometimes some of them just get set to the side, and seasonally they come back and you get a few more minutes to work on it and make it even prettier. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Now I'm gonna hope that my stand doesn't tip over, my phone doesn't fall out. This has been one of those days. Yesterday was worse. I dropped and broke everything I laid my hands on, but today, yeah, it was. I'm still a little clumsy, but not as bad. Okay, so one of the things I carry that most of you probably aren't familiar with, and I've got them sitting in a basket here at my feet. I carry water-based stains, and the brand I carry is Saman. I also carry Faux Effects, but this is one of my favorite brands, which is called Saman, and they come in wonderful colors. We have raspberry, cherry, what have we got here? Mahogany, blue, navy blue, black, turquoise, azure, forest green, American walnut, turquoise, castle stone, which is kind of gray green, and chocolate. And I keep a color chart here in the studio. So these are super water-based, meaning that there's no binder in here. So unlike some other stains, this is a water-based stain that if I put it on the whole surface, but I leave a wet edge, by using the same product, it re-wets it and allows it to blend. But that also tells me that it's not going to seal on my surface. So once I use this, I either need to top coat it, or I need to blend it with something like our Vivid Multi-Surface Medium, just simply because that will, for small projects like that, I've added a little acrylic in here and it will bond and not wipe off or wipe back when I put another layer over it. Excuse me, I need a little beverage right now. Oh my God, I'm drinking my first Diet Coke in like a year, and it's so sweet tasting to me because I never drink soda anymore. All right, I had a mixing container for things right here, but that doesn't mean it's right within my reach again. So let me reach and and grab some cups. Sorry, this is going to be probably a fairly disorganized live just because I've got so many things kind of going in so many directions. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is shake up my Simon stain, and we're going to use cherry. Cherry because it's a very red cherry. I mean, this is not like cherry wood. This is cherry red, which will look nice on this. So I've got that in there. And because I know I may be painting and doing stuff over it before I seal it, I want to add just a little bit of an acrylic medium to it. And you can do this with all water-based stains. It's not something they tell you, but I'm telling you, you can. If it doesn't have any binder in it, you can mix a little clear acrylic something in there and it will bind. Now I'm going to use the back of a brush. That's not very professional. It's just what I have here. So I've mixed this in, and this will keep it from lifting when there's another water-based product added over it. I just need to grab my cheesecloth. Maybe some gloves would be smart. Cheesecloth here. Put my gloves on because we are getting into stain, and I'd really rather not stain my fingers cherry red. And all you need is a chip brush. I'm going to brush this on, and it's going to grab into the texture medium that we already have on here really nicely. And I'm not worrying that I'm getting it up into the stem and that sort of thing. I can adjust that later if I want. I can put another stain over it, or I can leave it stained the color it is. I haven't decided how I'm handling that yet. And you see I'm brushing it on generously, and I can see it's soaking in really, really well to the texture medium, but the paint that's underneath it will resist it as long as it's wet, and then I'll wipe it back and we're gonna have some really pretty detail. And yes, this can be used on wood like any other stain. I've stained my countertops in the back of the studio here with the navy, and it's really beautiful. All right, so I've got that sitting on there. I'm going to take some of my wonderful cheesecloth that we carry, and I'm going to make a pad. And by a pad, I mean a bunch of this folded up neatly. So look how that's gonna come back. Oh, that's pretty. Look how gorgeous that is. So all those brush strokes and stuff that you were looking at and going, God, that kind of looks messy with this, the texture medium. Once it's stained, it becomes rustic and wood-like. Look how pretty that is. And we'll let that dry. Now I'm going to come in here with a different color, probably one of the dark browns. Let's see what I got here. Actually, you know what, let's do the forest. The other thing you might not realize with water-based stains, you can mix the colors together to get the color you want. So I'm gonna mix a little bit of the forest green. And because I really do want a woody brown, or woody green, sorry. I want to take the right color. So I have chocolate. And I'm just going to put a little bit in there. And before I add the acrylic in, I just want to check my color mixture. I think I want that a little bit browner. It's still really green. And as what you saw me doing right over here is I took some of the stain out and smeared it so I got a better read of the color, because looking in here, it can look one color or another. It'll look darker. So I put it on a white surface, give it a smear on a white surface, and I get a better read for the translucency and the true coloring that I'm looking at. Oh, that's better. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Keep putting the wrong end in there. And I'm going to take a little bit of my acrylic. Now, mind you, if you have water-based stains like Faux Effects Stain and Seal that already has an acrylic in here, you can skip the part where you add the acrylic into it. You can just go right ahead and paint with it like I'm doing right now, because it's got an acrylic binder, so it'll stay stable. And so you can put more things over it, but this is going to be so cool. And you might not be able to see it as clearly as I can, but right here where I'm painting down in here, the other day I had used little steel kind of, not a palette, it wasn't a palette knife, it was actually sort of an old dental tool that my mother had used when my mother had dental tools for painting. Don't ask me why, it's a long story. I used it like a palette knife to kind of trowel on these little veins at the top. And now I'm going to take my cheesecloth and kind of peel it back to a clean spot. And I'm not going to wipe. What I'm going to do, I'm pouncing. Why? Because I don't want this to smear into that, into the orangey color. I just want to pounce it back a little, and if I mix a little of the reddish color into the stem, it's not a big deal. I just want to go gently here, pounce it back so I can get a little more color. And see, I pounced so much there trying to pounce out extra here that I kind of wore all my color away. So I'm going to come back with the color. And just pounce it a little bit. I mean, look how cool that is and how easy. I got such a nuanced effect. Hey, Kathy, I got such a nuanced effect with just texture medium and stains. Now, I'm gonna let this dry. Tomorrow we'll come back and we'll work on the lettering that you see that we're gonna start in a minute. All right, just so you'll know, this is not gonna be a super long live today, not like some of my infamous hour-and-a-half lives. I'm actually going to go get a pedicure today. I'm very excited. Sitting down and having somebody play on my feet. All right, so we're going to start. Actually, what I need to do is pull some of these off. Let me take my gloves off. Sometimes I just use a little wire cutter. I don't happen to have one sitting right next to me right now. We're going to prime all these letters. I promise I will have a fresh piece of plastic on the table tomorrow so you don't all have to look at my sloppy messes. I can't believe these are $3 at Target. I nearly bought them out. I mean, I took one of every word that they had, but my first thought was, oh my God, these are so cool. I wanted to get them all. Okay, so I show it to you reverse. You can see this says welcome, and my side will be because we're on selfie mode, so my side will see this, but just so you know what it says welcome. I'll put that down there. We'll get gather out. Like I said, $3 Target. See? $3 at Target. Oh gosh, Joy, you've never had a pedicure? You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Those girls, don't ever worry about your feet at a salon unless you have a medical condition and then you need to see a podiatrist. But those girls, they have seen, and I have seen some truly funky feet at the salon. I do not care. It feels good. My toes look better after it. And at this point, a pedicure, they're not right in my face. I'm feeling that's the luxury I'm comfortable with. Okay, this says gather. Of course, this is my side, but I'll flip it over so you all can see it. And by the way, when you buy these, you can actually tell which way they were cut, because this side, the edge is a little rough. And if you flip it over, this side's got a little bit of a coating on it, and the edges on the top have just a polished down edge a little bit. Joy, look at Target online and enter the words that you see on here. Enter welcome, enter gather, enter, what else have we got? Home, and I think the other one is thankful. Just go in and see whether they have them. Either that or bribe a friend who's got a Target near you to go, or near them, to go and get them and send them to you, because quite frankly, I think it's worth the bribery. My poor son, when he was at school, I have 3 or 4 Targets within 10 minutes of me, believe it, because I'm outside of a major city. But my son, when he went to school down in Carbondale, it was a 40-minute drive from his dorm to a Target. So he became a Walmart guy. But I know if Target has them, Walmart has similar, Hobby Lobby will have similar, Joann Fabric will have similar stuff, Michaels will have similar. And really, go look online. You don't know what somebody... it would never have occurred to me that Target had this if I hadn't seen it. Okay, so here's my home, or as you see it this way, home. Also, if you have a glow forge, you can cut these yourself. I don't have one, and quite frankly, I'm not getting one in the foreseeable future because I have already got way too many toys in here that don't get enough use. So we're going to stick with the Cricut Maker and all my other stuff. Let's get this. So we're getting them all unscrewed. Or unwired here. There's always the one right here on the end that I seem to miss by the tag. Something about the tag there makes me distracted from seeing this little bit of wire twister tie. Okay, we got those. And this one is thankful. Let me get all the little twister ties off of here. And thankful, or for you guys to see it correctly, thankful. So they're all here. Now I've got to turn them all over the right way for me to see them, unfortunately, because I need to lightly scuff them and then wipe them down, and then we're going to put set coat on them. So I'm going to take... This is 220 sandpaper, and again, I can feel, and you can feel it on a lot of stuff. This has a slight coating on it, probably to keep it nice and shiny. So I want to scuff it and just give it a little tooth. And I'm not worried that I'm getting any of the stain and stuff that might still be damp on here. It won't hurt anything. I'm about to paint it with set coat. It's not a big deal. Okay, I've given those all a little quick scrub. I've stuck my fingers in stain because I'm a genius that way. I did manage to finally find my bottle of spray alcohol. Don't ask me where it was. I can't remember where I found it this morning. I'm lucky I can remember where I find me in the morning. Okay, and the reason I'm cleaning down with alcohol, denatured alcohol, or I could use isopropyl alcohol and nothing else, is because other cleaners leave a residue. I don't want a residue. It interferes with the bond. Where denatured alcohol is just a clean wipe that the alcohol evaporates and leaves no residue. And if you guys don't remember whatever denatured alcohol is, if you took science class where you lit a Bunsen burner, denatured alcohol is used as Bunsen burner fuel because it burns clean. Okay, you can see I've got a little tear on my table, and this one keeps wanting to go under the tear. Another reason for me to recover this table. Okay, so I've gotten them all wiped down, and I'm going to use, where did I put my jar? Set Coat Black. Set Coat Black. Sorry, I don't remember ever to wipe the edges of my jars, even when you guys are yelling at me. So as a result, I have to constantly whack my jars on the edges of tables to get the lids to be looser. I'm going to use a sponge brush to paint, and I got to tell you, I hate sponge brushes, but they do have their uses. And the reason I can do this is, let's see if I can scoot this so you can see this a little better. The reason I'm doing this is because I can get the paint on evenly without having big, messy globs along the edge that I have to clean up. And this is even more important when something's laser cut and thicker, like some of the frames that we have and ornaments. So you'll be happy for this tip, but I'm using it even on this just because it'll be simpler. Whoops. Now, I'm not going to move these off of this table after I say goodnight because they're going to just sit here and dry. And it's another thing for me to just peel off the table tomorrow when I peel the plastic off. I'm not at all concerned that it might get on the back of this because I will probably flip them over and paint the back of them as well because I don't like them when they look sloppy on the back. And who knows, I might foil in 2 different colors on them and decide which one I like better in any given situation. The reason I'm using Set Coat by Faux Effects as opposed to Craft Paint or anything else, Faux Effects Set Coat is formulated to be super high bonding. It also has excellent self-leveling properties. Few of you who've never tried Set Coat before have recently purchased it from me and can tell you it is the bomb when it comes to paint. Now this is a paint that was formulated for decorative finishers like myself when we go on walls to have the high bonding properties of a good acrylic with the self-leveling properties of oil paint, which is really a sweet setup because when I brush this on furniture, it can look like I sprayed it. It levels so nicely. All right, so I have painted all of my letters. I'm going to angle the camera over here into a whole nother messy area. And we're going to move a few things out of the way so you can see where I'm going with the little guys here. Sorry about all this mess, guys. I have been running in and out trying to rescue things from construction nightmare, all of it. You name it, I've had a mess with it today. So again, I'm going to take, where did I put it? My little piece of sandpaper. And denatured alcohol. spritz. A little wipe down. Not just because it's cleaning off any of the oils that came from the handling, but also because it helps wipe off any of the dust that might have gotten on there when I just did the sanding. So I'm just gonna and yeah, I'm gonna foil these. I'm not gonna try to go inside. I'm not insane. I'm not gonna try to go inside these and foil the inside. My fingers are just too big and fat. I know that. I'm sure one of you incredibly talented folks can get your fingers to do better than my fat fingers do some days. And so I've put the black on here, and if you look inside, because I was using the sponge brush and not regular bristle brush, so the bristles didn't go down in here, I don't have big, messy over dribble spots on the insides of this, and that's gonna look really nice. Sorry, I gotta brush one spot here that I was not happy with, and I gotta find a place that I can put my finger and not ruin the rest of it. And I'm not doing a very good job today. I'm fighting myself. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And it's the same, again, it's the same thing with this. So let me take my little brush, shove that back, pull the label off. Now, obviously, I have 3 more of these, and I have another one of these, so we're only going to do each of them in the live, just because this is all prep work, and prep work. I had this conversation with somebody just yesterday. Your project is only as good and as durable as your prep work. Now, nobody's going to see whether or not you've done great prep, but you're going to know it. And quite frankly, when your client comes back and says, you know, that didn't hold up very well, you'll know it's because you didn't prep as well as you should have. I don't skimp on prep, especially if it's going to a client. I might skimp on prep if it's something I'm doing for myself, because I know how I'll use it and it might not be a big deal to me at that moment, but I will never, ever scrimp on prep on anything that I intend to sell or give to somebody. I don't want other people having less than my best work in their hands. All right, so let's start down here on the sides. Get a little off of there because that's going to be awfully wet, and I don't want it to squish through the openings. And I just splattered paint on my face. I can feel it. I'm going to have a black beauty mark when I flip the camera up. Maybe I'll see it in time to take it off before I go and get my nails done. Go get my feet. I swear the best part of the pedicure is not the nail polish, not the clean looking toes, it's the foot massage. Now, you might not hear this, but outside my studio, I always try to do really dramatic windows, and if you've seen some of them online, you'll know I wasn't kidding. But especially from now through New Year's, you know, I get to do fun windows, really holiday, glamorous, lighted up, really cuckoo, and little kids just live for it. So I've already started, my Halloween window's almost complete at this point, and I have little kids out there. Oh, look at that. It's lit up. Oh, she got pumpkins, Mommy. She got pumpkins. Can we trick or treat here? It's so cute. We had, now I don't know because obviously everything's different this year, but last year we had close to 600 kids come through the village for trick or treating, and it was so awesome. These kids were so amazing with their costumes, and every single one of them sweet and polite, and even the big kids. And I don't think big kids should ever be excluded from trick-or-treating, because I was a bigger kid who trick-or-treated, and all I just wanted to do was go out in a costume and get a little candy. and they were all just as sweet as could be. But they came through fast. I mean, we went for hours giving out candy. So now you can see we're black on the outside, but still silver on the inside, which actually will work better because that'll help the light reflect better and it will glow more. All right, so we're switching. Oh yeah, I gave myself a beautiful beauty mark on my face. Maybe I should go to the salon like that. You guys have been great. Thank you for joining me once again. Remember to keep an eye out. We are going to be doing another contest. It's coming up in the next couple of weeks for a full set of Luster Stone Ice sample pack. The 16-ounce kit that they're shipping out. I don't remember the price on it, but it's not cheap. The winner of our next contest coming up at the end of this month is going to get the full sample pack of that, and it's going to be awesome. Oh my gosh, you guys. Joy, you've always wanted to go to New York just for the window decorations. Oh gosh, Joy, first of all, I grew up in New York. So my whole childhood, we always went and saw. When B. Altman's was still open, we saw theirs, and Saks and Macy's. And the ones you wanted to see really though were the Lord & Taylor windows and the Barney's windows. They were amazing, but all of them are fabulous. So we're going to have, I'm trying to bring a little bit of that fabulousness into our windows here. So, if I got a window, it might as well be awesome. All right, everybody, thank you for coming in. One more time, let me just give you a quick flash one more time of the new foil colors, even though they're not on the site, because I know you guys, I saw you already fighting over it. We have the new orange confetti, the new green confetti, and the new purple leopard. So we're gonna pull these out tomorrow with the purple tie-dye, the blue-green tie-dye, our purple, what else do I have? I got all kinds, our green leopard. I knew I was forgetting something. So you're going to have lots of great seasonal options. I appreciate you all here. And remember, if you don't see, because I swear I'll try to get them up on the site tonight, but that doesn't mean they're going to get there. So if you want that right now, before I get it up on the site, any of the colors you just saw, the lime green confetti, the orange confetti, or the purple leopard, if you want to order them right away, and I don't see you don't see it on the website because they're not listed, just order whatever foil you want, and then in the notes, tell me to change it to the new one of the new three colors, the green, the lime confetti, the orange confetti, or the purple leopard. I know that might be a little confusing, but I swear to you, if you put it in the notes, I do read the notes, I'll know to do it, and you'll get the right thing out. If you're really worried about it, call me, but it will be on the website by tomorrow morning, as will the new roller that we didn't have before. We had the snake skin that is a brand new roller for us, so that's new, and you'll get it, the knives, the other rollers, all the other stuff that came in the box, that's all on the website. The new foils are coming up tonight. If I get 5 minutes don't fall asleep while they're doing my pedicure, I might even list them while I'm getting my toes done. All right, enough babble. It is 5 minutes of 5. That gives me 5 minutes to clean up, close up, and leave to go get my toes done. I'm so excited. I know, that's the little things now. And I need to get my son in here tomorrow because we have big fluorescent panels up here. And I just looked up and noticed one of the plastic covers for the panels is about to fall out, and it will fall on my son's head. Yeah, so that's another thing that gets done tomorrow, yay. All right, everybody, you have a great evening. Don't forget to sprinkle and keep an eye out because every day we're doing new projects. There's new stuff going on. Eventually, you're going to see how all of this marries up. Again, don't forget the Saman stains that we use over texture medium on our wooden cutouts. And yes, we carry these wooden cutouts too. So every material that I used, including the pumpkin, is stuff we carry. All right, everybody, have a great night. I love y'all. Behave. Or if not, well, Don't get caught. Go do something fun. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.